small acts of kindness that has a lot of power. I think we underestimate how much power those small acts of kindness actually do have. I'm here on what appears to be an ordinary walking track. It's a path that goes through that way. It's very green, it's beautiful. If we swing around this way, you'll see that there's a lake out there. It's all very nice and all very normal, or so it seems. If I come around this way, what you'll see down here is there's a little fairy door here. And how this came about was during COVID, an unknown person came along this walking path and created these little bits of inspiration. And it's quite a unique thing that we all have available to us. When we're looking at community, when we're thinking about mental health, someone has created this little natural wonder. And it's those little things that we can do as a community that we forget that these what seem like minor little things actually have a significant impact on those around us. So I just wanted to take a walk along this path, show you some of these doors and talk about all those different benefits that come from these little acts that we are all capable of. One of the elements that's important about these little fairy doors is the power of small acts of kindness. And when we think about that, someone's taken the time to put little doors on there, little fairy doors. But the component of that is surprise and delight. As you're walking along the path, you're not expecting it, all of a sudden there's this beautiful little door, little words of inspiration at times, and that creates surprise and delight for us. But it also acts as an inspiration for others. We can see that someone's done this simple little act. We've got surprise and delight from it. And as a result, because the task is so easy to do, it's very easy to replicate as well. And we can actually go and do that ourselves to give others that surprise and delight. So again, here's another example. If I swing around here, we've got this tree stump here, and there's another little door. It's just been bolted on. It's quite simple. So it's screwed to an old dead stump, which was a dead stump, and now we have a green door. And I like that because green's my favorite color. But very simple little thing to do, very inspiring. To walk along something just that little bit different to make us smile during our day. Another thing that it does is it creates magic in the mundane. Sometimes we get so busy with everyday life and we're all focused on all these different things that are happening, all the pressures, and we forget that there is beauty to be found in simple little acts. And so someone's created this. They've taken a little bit of time to actually go ahead and create some doors, put them out there, but it's a reminder to us around that creativity, that creativity and imagination is there for all of us to actually take that forward out into the world as well. What it also does is it shows us how to find positivity in negativity. It creates optimism because that simple act shows, during COVID was a pretty depressing time for a lot of people. Yet here was someone that's created these little inspirations that inspire and uplift people. And again, that simple little act, creating that positivity, so it helps reduce anxiety, because you walk along and you see these little fairy doors and it's really cute. And so that helps uplift people and create that shift of focus that we can find in the everyday mundaneness of life that we sometimes have. We can have a shift, a mental shift, and go, there's something different out here that we can experience as well. So along this path, there's a number of things to do, which is like an ordinary path, as I mentioned before. You can come here and have a bit of a seat and relax. And what am I looking at? Well, if we swing around this way, if you come around here, you get to see this beautiful view of the lake as well, which is quite stunning now when we've got the sunset coming through, the light in the sky and the reflection off the water. It's just a beautiful still day, and there's even a little bit, if you come this way, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but over that way, there's a little bit of mist as well, just starting to come through as the evening starts to set in. So it's beautiful and relaxing, so it's an ordinary path. But then when you add those little elements of the fairies, and someone's gone to that little bit of extra effort to make something that's just quite quite unique and special, it adds that extra element to it, which is really, really wonderful. That we have that, and we all have that capability to go out and create those little bits of magic in our world. And as a result of that, that feeds on what we've done. Other people feed off that, and we create this upward perpetual spiral of positivity and inspiration in our world. This here is another example of the inspiration, the magic that's created by this simple little act. There's just a little door there. We've got a little lantern and a couple little mushrooms there. And if I come around here and walk this way, if you swing around this way, you've got another one here. You know, that says double, Doyle and trouble. There's a bit of a cauldron here and no parking. And even in the cauldron, look, there's little gemstones, which is really, really cool. But it doesn't really take much to create these little bits of inspiration that we as a community can just create to make our world just that little bit better. And I think majority of people feel that way. We can all do these little things, and this serves as a wonderful inspiration with the little stars here. I mean, it's on a dead tree stump, so it's not damaging anything. And just creating a little bit of magic in our world. And I think we've all got that within us, and we should be inspired to share that. Just wanted to take one last look at this beautiful lake here. So I've got the walking path that goes that way, got the fairies in the trees along here and all the way along there, and I just think it's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Not just the nature that we've got here, but the people that are around us every day that are sharing these amazing, beautiful little bits of magic that we're all capable of, and we all do at time to time share. And we should be encouraged, especially now when things are getting a little bit tough, to get back in touch with that, because that's what creates the magic in our world, that little bit inside of us that we let out and share with others.